And it's Them Boys Watch Footy coming to you live with a new episode. We're trying something new this year. Like, subscribe, give us some love on Discord. It's all within our link tree linked below. If you guys will give it up to TC, your main Manchester United man right over here. How's it going, boss?
Hey Eric, how you doing? Very nice hat you have on there. Beautiful day to be a Manchester United fan, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was a very good weekend for y'all. I'll have to say. I think you probably have broken the Pep Guardiola and Rodri always wins whenever he plays curse that has befelled anybody that's played Manchester City within the past couple of years when Rodri's been healthy. We just saw earlier today that Manchester City lost 3-1 to Bodo Glimt. So but we're talking about the Manchester Derby that happened with Manchester City getting absolutely dismantled
Stay
by
focused.
Manchester United this past weekend. And aptly named, this episode is called the Carrick Bounce. So, TC, I'll let you take it away. Like, what was the biggest thing that you saw from this match compared to what you saw with Manchester United with Ruben Amorim?
I think firstly you have to look at the person who's in charge of for the next few months. I think through and through is a Manchester United individual who knows the Manchester United DNA, knows the way that we expect Manchester United to play. And regardless, win or lose, Manchester United is a team that always plays forward, that plays with excitement, with passion, with desire, um, and with effort. And I think that there was a little bit of lacking there. The only disappointing thing, it's the same players who are out there who did exactly that to Man City. Where the fuck have they been against Wolves and against Bournemouth and other teams that we've lost at home? So Everton with 10 men. So that really is the biggest worry for me is that these guys can just switch on when the fuck they want to, or they were just not responding to something that Ruben was up to. And I think that's the telling thing. The game that we saw on Saturday was the Manchester United of old. Regardless, it was just there were 5 goals in total, 3 were disallowed, and
Do you
2 were
think?
very close offsides.
Do you
So
think
it's a
that was
very
a great thing? But like, I mean, y'all y'all were doing rondos around them, so it was really amazing to see. But do you feel as though like you need to pump the brakes a little bit? We saw this with Ali around his first time, and Michael Carrick his first time around too. So
um. So I think the difference in what you're seeing though, and we're not going crazy. Why are you saying pump the brakes? Are you just petrified of what's coming this weekend? Seems
not
like you're afraid, trying to just see that. No, but seriously, in all honesty, Eric, I think no, fuck that. Do not try and hinder my happiness. We've had we've had small and few moments like this. So I'm going to celebrate and scream from it. Am I going to say it's the second coming of Jesus Christ? This is not. What I'm going to do is take it game by game, but I'm definitely going to say Michael Carrick was able to put together the team and get a performance out of them that made us all very proud to be Manchester United fans again.
no, I feel it. I feel it. I mean, where do you feel as though not even talking about the match that's coming up, but seeing as though he's interim for the rest of the season, do you feel as though you can keep up this level of play to in the season, possibly within a European spot, possibly within a Champions League spot? Like, where's your head going right now, especially after this pretty dominating win?
After you've just told me to slow and pump my brakes, no, I think my head is exactly going where it can. I'm thinking that the possibility after that performance, if you can do that week in, week out, we will beat the shit out of Arsenal, and then
I
we
don't
would
know about
literally be able to just continue on from there.
that. Okay.
Well, no, okay, maybe not like beat the shit out of them. We definitely be able to beat them on a performance like that. I think, um, I think Arsenal are rattled. When men time they get rattled, uh, and um, Yeah, Eric, look, that's the goal, right? Is to have continuity. Every team wants continuity and consistency, right? So can he do that? It's hard to tell right now. We've had one game. I think we need to just maybe take it game by game. Ask me this question after 5 games. Can he do this after 5 games? That'd be a big. Ask me that in 5 games, and I'll tell you.
We're
I
doing
think
this to
the moment, we
talk
have to
about
see
you
if that was
now.
luck or if that was just pure skill.
Yeah. No, I got to give props. I mean, Carrick's decision to start Mbuemo over Seshko, who had been on a nice little mini scoring run.
Mhm.
He benched Cunha. It was a really
Right.
good idea as well. Like you had Dorgu playing on the left. You had I'm going more tactical right now, looking at how he set up the team compared to how Ruben Amorim or Darren Fletcher has set up the team within the past. So uh, it was a very interesting look and feel for how that team would play.
Yeah.
At three in the midfield, we know how Manchester United loves to play. You need those three. That's the engine, that's the heart. And you had Bruno, you had Casemiro, who looked young and rejuvenated, and you had who's your other midfielder?
So we played a 4-4-2. Um, we went back to the old school 4-4-2, which we was quite funny actually because you were absolutely right. And in that we had Bruno playing as like the second striker in the whole in the 10 position, and we had Dogu playing as at left back. We had Diego Dallo, we had Ahmed, and then we had um, uh, Brian and Boomer up there,
Yeah, you had him up front.
and
Yeah,
with
Kobe
that
Minu.
as well as
You're
Casemiro.
forgetting about Minu.
Casemiro played a blinder. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
That said Kobe Casemiro as a 4-4-2, and I said those two.
It
Kobe
was a
Mino played
4-2.
a blinder, and so did Casemiro. I think
It was a
Kobe
4-2.
Mino just would exude patience. They played a 4-4-2 minutes.
All right.
I spoke to the coach. And with on defense, they played a 4-4-2 because what it does is it allows you to have your midfield, your back, your wings in pairs, whether you are defending twos. Anyway, the point is everyone was in their preferred position. Bruno Fernandez was in his 10ish, um, and everyone was in their preferred position. I think that was also part of it. Ruben had everyone trying to play it from whatever position it was to make the system work, which is fine. I think as a footballer, you just want to play. And that's what Patrick Dorgu said in his interview. He said, "Listen, I don't care where I play as long as I play." And that's really how I see it. So it doesn't matter where you play, but you kind of have a play where you're like, "Hey, this I really like." Like when you do your favorite activity, you like to come second because I'm better at your favorite activity. So therefore, your favorite position is second. And we're talking about racing, obviously, because I'm faster.
Good times, good times. Well, seeing as though we're giving some love to Kobe Minu playing that midfield because Ruben Amorim said him and Casemiro would not be a good pairing together. That was a lie. I've never seen
That was a
Casemiro.
fucking lie.
Yeah, I didn't see Casemiro looking that good in a very long time in a Manchester shirt. Um, I did like how he was very pragmatic with his substitutions. I They were attacking, but they also defended what they needed to defend. You brought on Aiden Heaven, who we've been talking about, and Ugarte, who has been much maligned. A lot of people have not really gotten behind Ugarte and his stint coming over from Manchester United. So, what do you like the team that you have now? If you guys don't make any moves, what are you thinking is going to happen with this squad, like as is right now?
I think you're going to see a lot of youngsters breaded in. I think Michael Carrick is going to breed in a lot of youngsters. Um, it's a united way to do that. What that does is give the impetus to the senior players. I think you're going to see a couple of senior players who will play well for a few weeks. And if they can continue, then great. The Casemiro has to be monitored. He can't play every game. Garte has to pick it up. We are looking at some. at some possible options at the moment to bolster our midfield. But however, it is going to be a squad that really needs to be caressed and managed, as you could see from what Ruben had to deal with. That being said, it has the capabilities, Eric. It has the capabilities. I think sometimes, you look at championship winning teams and like at the beginning of the season, you're like, no ways. There's no fucking ways Leicester's gonna win with this squad. Do you know what I mean? There's no
Hmm.
fucking ways. And then you start to get the belief, and that's all you need in football is the belief. You can win anything with belief. And let me tell you out there, kids, you can believe anything. You can be an Arsenal fan and never see shit in your life, and one day, 2026 could be your year.
Hmm. Well, my last question for you: what have you really been thinking about with the new goalkeeper, Center Lemans, the Belgian? Like, how have you been enjoying having competent goalkeeping at Manchester United again?
Let me tell you, Eric, I thought be grateful for what you have. That what I had to do with what we did as an exercise is so rate your keeper against Donnarumma. If your keeper isn't the same or better, it's not good enough.
Hmm.
That's just a short out fact. What I saw from Donnarumma was like luck. People are like, oh, that's lucky. Being a goalkeeper is like 40% luck, 90% positioning. You know what I mean? And then
Hmm.
like it's just like, because you're gonna shoot there. And it happens so often. I've been a keeper, they shoot straight at you because you're in the right position. Because you kind of just and it just comes straight to you. So he is the epitome. I think him and Couture are pretty much the standard. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
All goalkeepers are prone to mistakes, so we don't hold them against all goalkeepers. Every single one are prone to mistakes. It's just the nature of the job. So you cannot say he's a Chesney. That being said, what Chesney went through then has made him such a better keeper. He came out of retirement, went to Barcelona, won trophies. He's one of so if I had to give him a grade, give him a B. I give him a B.
Okay. I've been really enjoying what I've been seeing from him. He's really stabilized that squad, coming from Onana, who has not been very good for Manchester United. I don't know what happened when he went
Agreed.
over to Manchester United, but it just felt as though he lost all of his goalkeeping superpowers compared to where he was at with Inter. He got that team to a
Yeah.
Champions League final. Like he was a very big vocal point, both with playing with his feet and shot stopping. So I don't know what happened when he got to United, but it just didn't work out. Other than that, Lemens, he has single handedly kept you in a lot of matches within the Premier League, and I'm excited to see where he goes from there. So
Yeah, me too. Me too.
yeah. Well, want to thank everybody again for giving us a quick watch on this Manchester United Love Day. We'll be doing a lot more sprinkled episodes, specifically about different teams coming up, and really excited to have you come along the journey while we keep learning how we're going to develop content here. But TC, gotta appreciate you for having some time talking about your squad. We'll have you on Thursday, talking about that Manchester United versus Arsenal game preview, what we're looking for, any bets are going to be done. So we'll see what happens from there. But from them boys watch footage.